In today's lesson, we're going to solve absolute value inequalities, and then we're going to graph the solution for them. So the very first step is similar to solving absolute value equations. We are going to start by isolating the absolute value symbol. After we do that, our new thing is we're going to decide if the graph will show an and or an or compound inequality. So if we have a less than symbol, so something that's less than or equal to or less than, it's going to be an and compound inequality. And what that means is that your graph will have two circles on it, and you will wind up connecting them. If we have a greater inequality, so greater than or equal to or greater than, we'll have an or compound inequality. And what that means is that you'll have two circles, but instead of connecting them, you're going to go away from each other. After we figure out the graph, we're going to create an inequality by setting your absolute value equal to the positive number. And then we're going to create a second inequality by setting your absolute value equal to the negative number. But there's a catch here. You will also have to flip the inequality symbol. Then we're going to solve each inequality, and remember, you will have two answers. That's why we're going to have two circles on our graph. So this first one, I box the absolute value and ask myself, is the box the only thing on the left-hand side? I'm going to say yes. Then I'm going to pause. I'm going to figure out my graph. So this one right here, this is a greater symbol. So that tells me that we're doing an or graph. Then I'm going to create two inequalities. So my first inequality is 2 plus x greater than 5. My second inequality is 2 plus x is less than negative 5. So just a couple things here, right? You want to flip, and then this part is negative. Now let's solve them. I'm going to subtract 2 on both sides and get x is greater than 3. Or I'm going to subtract on two sides for the second one and get x is less than negative 7. So let's look. I'm going to put an open circle on 3. I'm going to put an open circle on negative 7. Because it's an or problem, I'm going to go to the left and to the right away from each other. All right, let's box this. Is the box the only thing on the left-hand side? I say no, it's not. So I need to subtract this 9 on both sides to get absolute value 2x minus 1 is less than or equal to 3. Then I'm going to box. Is the box the only thing on the left-hand side? Yes. So I'm going to take a look at the inequality symbol. So this right here is going to be a less than symbol. So it's less than. So we have an and graph. Let's create our two inequalities. 2x minus 1 less than or equal to 3. Then 2x minus 1 greater than or equal to negative 3. So don't forget you flip and make it negative. So let's add 1 on both sides for the first one to get 2x less than or equal to 4. Divide by 2. I get x less than or equal to 2. And let's do the second one. I'm going to add 1 on both sides. I get 2x greater than or equal to negative 2. And then I divide by 2 to get x is greater than or equal to negative 1. I'm going to do my two circles. So I do one filled in circle at 2 and one filled in circle at negative 1. Because it's an and problem, I connect them. Okay, so look at this last one. So we're going to box the absolute value. Is the box the only thing on the left-hand side? I'd say no. Now there's two things I have to move here. I have to move the 3 and the negative 5. I'm going to move the 3 first, and because the 3 is positive, I'm going to subtract 3. I get negative 5, absolute value, k minus 9. Absolute value is less than or equal to negative 95. Then I'm going to box the absolute value. And it's not the only thing on the left-hand side. This -5 is being multiplied. So I need to divide by -5. Here's a reminder. When we divide an inequality by a negative, you have to flip the inequality symbol. So this you flip because we divided by the -5. Now at this point, I want to look at my inequality, and this is a greater than symbol. And so we're going to have an OR graph. So let's go ahead and we're going to have our first equation is k minus 9 greater than or equal to 19. And then our second one is going to be k minus 9 is less than or equal to -19. Let's see solving. I'm going to add 9 on both sides, and I get k greater than or equal to 28, or add 9 on both sides, I get k less than or equal to -10. So let's see, I do a filled in circle at -10, and then at 28 as well, which is just a little bit after 25. Because it's an OR problem, I'm going to go away. So I go to the left and to the right. And that's it.